Hola, people. Hello and welcome. I am here. Sort of. Kind of. Maybe. A little bit. Oh, it's been a day, y'all. Hello. How's it going? What's up? What's good? Tell me something exciting. Tell me something. Tell me something fun. Tell me how your day was. We're gonna be very chill today. I don't have much planned. I don't know if you've noticed on my what? Heather, where the hell have you been? It's good to see you. Um, well, hello, welcome. I'm glad. What? Your car broke down? Well, that's stupid. We don't like that, do we? Well, I'm glad that you're here. I'm tired too. I'm tired too. Oh my goodness. It's been a day. It's been an eventful it's just been an eventful week, day. So hello everybody. We're just gonna have fun. We're gonna enjoy our time together. So please share what you want to share. Let's talk. If you have any magical questions, if I can answer them, we can talk about that. I'm going to pull a card, maybe two. I'm not quite sure. Kind of like I've been doing. I really need to figure out a sort of like a category or headline for what I do. I'm going to shuffle, pull a card, and instead of telling you what the card means, we're going to look at it like, oh, okay, this card is coming up. What questions are we going to ask? What questions do we ask ourselves, right? What questions are coming up in regards to this card? Does that make sense? I need to figure out like a way to word it better, but whatever. So yeah, today's been crazy. Like I woke up and it's just go 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 go. You know what I mean? Um, it's just been super fast paced. I don't even know what happened. Luckily, we didn't rush to the doctor, but we've been waiting for an appointment, and we had one on Wednesday, and then recognized, oh, we got a phone call this morning. Hey, a doctor is in that can see you for what you need. Can you come in? And they're like, oh shit, it was like noon. They're out to lunch. Got in the car, went over, ran some errands, post office. I got my niece some birthday stuff and went to the doctor, got gas. It's just been nonstop, been crazy. Well, hello, Wendy. Happy to see you too. Well, good evening, Joanne. Hello. Yes. Hello, Corey. Yes, good. Boundaries are wonderful. It was crazy today. I don't even know what happened. I don't know. It's just like crazy. And speaking of crazy, and again, I don't know if I'm. Do I have to call you Mark? I was gonna say Lord Mark James. Hello, welcome. Oh my gosh. Yeah. One other thing. So y'all know my health stuff, my health journey. Yeah. So my A1C, diabetes, wonderful, really good. My cholesterol, not so much. My triglyceride levels were super stupid, and come to find out, I've been really dead set. Again, I'm not a doctor, so please don't listen to me. This is my personal journey. Uh, I've been dead set against taking statins, high blood pressure, cholesterol, all that stuff. Anyways, I've been dead set against that. I'm fearful of it because I've had so many people that I know get put on statins and just a lot of negative experiences. I know a lot of doctors who also specialize in diabetes, and they're like, no, don't, statins are not your friend. There's, research out there that just, does not support what the companies say that their drug does, right? And so I'm like, why is my stuff still going up? I've been at it for years. All the other stuff is changing. This isn't, right? And so I'm like, what do I do? So I was in a fear-based place when I talked to my doctor, and she was like, look, statins. And I'm like, I really don't want to be doing this. Like, I don't feel right about this, but it seems like everything that I'm doing diet-wise, everything else, it's not working, right? It's not working. And so I'm like, okay, we compromise. I'm like, I'll try this for a month. But then I went to fill my medication. There was an issue, like there was an issue. I'm like, oh, maybe this is a sign. I don't know, but I'm not gonna be stupid about it. So I got my medication filled, and then I started doing more research, and I'm like, wow, okay, I can't take this. Like, I don't feel right about it. And researching the medication that I'm on, two of the medications that I'm on right now for cholesterol and blood pressure, they are directly linked to severe, like intensely increasing your triglyceride levels. And I'm like, oh, well, there's that. Okay. And then one of them, like I've been having a really hard time losing weight. I've gained weight, and I'm doing all the right things. Like I don't eat processed foods really. I don't eat sugar, added sugars. I limit, like, added sugars, natural sugars, like from veggies and fruits and such. Like I don't eat a lot, and I exercise. I do all those things, and I've gained weight instead of losing. So one of my medications is associated with weight gain. Yay! And I'm like, huh, all right, okay. and so I'm like, no, I can't take these medications until we really just like figure out if the medication I'm currently taking are the culprit. And so I'm like, no, I have to wait. I don't feel right about this. I need to figure this out first. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. A lot of crazy stuff. So let's just focus and let's see what question the tarot has for us today. Tarot perspective, a retrospective and perspective look at our lives through tarot. I like that. I like it. Hello, Heather. Welcome. So yeah, and I don't want to be disrespectful to my doctor. I'm like, look, I'm not a doctor. I do read. I don't read like WebMD. I read medical research. I don't understand a lot of it. I don't. I'm not a doctor. I'm not trained to understand that stuff. But I read, PubMed. There's a doctor I follow who also links, gives research, gives data to studies, and I'm like, I don't want to be on medication if I don't have to be. I will change my diet. I will change everything in order to make sure I don't have to be. But if I have to be, I want to do what is right. You know what I mean? And so I always have that conversation. I'm like, look, I'm not trying to step on toes, but I am very, I'm very, very disciplined in what I do. So, yeah, I don't know if my doctor likes me that much, but it's fine. It's fine. And our doctors don't know everything, like I feel on some level she should have known that the two medications that they put me on, the way they interact, they do increase what's going on with me. But again, they don't know everything and they can't. And so, yeah, anyways, so. Okay, y'all, take some time to ground and center. Take some time to focus on your breathing. And I'm just going to pull a card, and you'll help me. You'll help me pull this card. What's the first number that pops into your head? 1, 2, or 3. The dominant number will get chosen. So 1, 2, or 3. Comment if you can. 1, 2, or 3. Comment. It's so crazy what like medication and all this, food, everything does to our bodies. So we do have to be aware. 3. We got 2 3s already. All right, and a 2. We got 3 3s. We got 3 2s. Sugar. No, not sugar. We got another 3. We got 4 3s. All right. Okay. 1, 2, or 3. Go ahead and comment. I already feel better. I feel better just being able to spend time with y'all and talk and ramble. It just makes me feel good. So 1, 2, or 3. We got 4 3s and 3 2s. I guess we could do 2 cards today. That was not my. I wasn't going to, but why not? Why not? Okay, we'll do 2, and we'll do 3. All right. Well, hello, Patricia. Well, good to see you. We were just Michael, the other Michael, Wayward Wearables, and I, um, we're just talking about you. Like, I wonder what she's up to. Haven't heard from her. Haven't, you popped into our minds. Oh my God, why can't I talk? Bear with me. Yeah, there's certain medications you can't have grapefruit on because of what grapefruit will do. Like, it won't, the medication won't work right. Yeah. Um, yeah. So we're gonna do 2 cards. Sorry, I just got like, whew. We're gonna do 2 cards, and we'll do 2 and 3. So the first card, which is from stack 2, yeah, is a major card, major arcana. So with this, when major cards come up and I'm asking questions, oh my God, I'm saying a lot. I'm so sorry. Bear with me. The Emperor comes up. This is the card. Okay. The Emperor. What do you think of when you think of the Emperor? But when major cards come up, when we talk about questions being asked, I know this is like a big question because major arcana cards are like, it's big shit. It's big life events. It's these big moments which can be packed into small little things, right? Like a little situation, but it really has a huge impact on us. So it could be little things that actually set the tone for something major. Does that make sense? So when the major arcana cards come up in this situation, in these questions, I know that this is something big. I know that this is a big question that I'm going to have to contemplate or meditate on or really think about. This is serious. This is something that is, life altering, life changing. So that's stuff when we see these cards come up, that's okay. This is something big. This is something that is important to my life and where I'm headed, right? And so I need to pay attention to that. And so let's see. Authority. All our minds are loud. Yes, it's fine. It's okay. Authority and leadership. So let's see. I think it's really important to remember where medicine was even 50 years ago. We are learning more and more every day, and doctors can change their views on new information. Yes, they can. And the sad thing is like a lot of doctors and a lot of like studies are based on a lot of stuff that has been proven wrong. They just haven't changed, So anyways, definitely. So the Emperor, he comes up. They come up. Questions to ask. So when I see the Emperor, I recognize, again, when I see the Emperor, I recognize that this is a time, like, what do I need to do right now that affirms my potency? That doesn't sound right. What do I need to do right now that affirms my sort of like leadership skills or my ability to because it's associated with Aries, right? And Aries can be very warlike and assertive and action oriented and fiery. And so with the Emperor, like, what do I need to do right now that I know is necessary to move forward in life? Like, what action steps, what fiery things do I need to put into motion? And was it Corey, you expressed like, oh, learning to set boundaries right now? Well, this is the Emperor. Like, what do I need to do right now to really affirm those boundaries, to put that into motion and say, no, you're not stepping over. Like, these are my boundaries. You will respect this. It's not being an asshole about it. It's more about, no, enough is enough. This is what I say. This is my life. These are my choices. And so with the Emperor, how can I affirm what it is that I want? How can I affirm these boundaries? How can I stick to my gun, so to speak? Emperor, steadfast, just do the thing. Yeah. So questions when we see the Emperor. Another thing, very stereotypical, I guess. What is my What is my relationship like with my father or a father figure? So it's not necessarily just my dad. What is my relationship like with a father figure. And father doesn't have to be a man, whatever that is. It's father figure, someone who has that sort of action-oriented role in our lives. Could be anybody in our lives that we maybe look up to, or we looked up to. And is it a healthy relationship? It's like, what is my relationship like with my father, the father figures in my life, the father archetype, right? What does that look like? How does that make me feel? And how does that coming up right now pertain to my life? Does that make sense? It's like, okay, this could also Corey had that talk today at work. Okay, I like that that you bring up work, because what kind of animal is that? I can't see. Is that a dog? What kind of dog is that? That is cute. Anyways, in a work situation, like, what is my relationship with my boss, the manager, the district manager, the higher ups, the people, the figures of authority? I am so mad at you, Corey, right now. I'm so jealous. Oh, I want a French bulldog so badly. I want a French bulldog, like, so badly. I'm like so jealous. So jealous. I love Frenchies. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go back. With the Emperor, like, what is my relationship like with my manager, the higher ups? How does that feel? Is there a power play going on? Is there a dynamic where someone is trying? It's like a pissing match, which is dumb. But anyways, is there struggle going on there? Like, what's going on there, and how can I approach this in a way where I am assertive? Right? Again, action oriented. How can I take a sort of proactive approach? How can I channel my leadership abilities, my ability to understand the dynamics of what's going on in this situation, and come up with a solution that is great for everyone? Does that make sense? And so when the Emperor comes up, this is stuff that we ask ourselves. Like, okay, how can I interact in this situation? Well, hello, Nighthawk. Did you have another name? I feel like I'm thinking of someone else. So good to have you here. Good to see you. So with the Emperor, that's what we think about. All these questions come up. How could I be? Well, hello, Rob. Blessings to you. Okay. Well, good to have you here. Good to see you again. There's a few people that I know that have a similar name. So I'm like, did you change your name? Okay. So with the Emperor, what do I need to do right now to sort of light that fire? Okay, I thought so. Okay, all right. Okay. What do I need to do right now to channel that fire, to have that fire lit under my ass or whatever, to get me going, to get that motivation going? Because I have things to offer. I have this sort of like leadership, this ability to assimilate to whatever's going on, and then sort of provide information and an atmosphere in a way that is more comfortable for everyone, right? So I'm a really good leader. I am, right? So that's what we do. It's with that question coming up. It's like, how can I put it out there in a way that is respectful, but also like check someone? Okay. So if you want a reading, you can message me. I do that as a profession. This is just I'm not doing readings tonight, free readings. We're just talking about 2 tarot cards right now and the questions that come up when we see them. And the first card that popped up was the Emperor. Another thing with the Emperor, which is funny, is, well, thank you, Zara. Thank you. But another thing with the Emperor is there's a lot of chaotic energy. There's a lot of stuff Aries. Aries can be a little chaotic, right? So there's a lot of chaotic energy, a lot of fiery stuff going on, but the Emperor in tarot, right, is able to channel that energy into something that is functional, something that you can actually work with. And so that's another question: how do I take the chaos in my life, the the chaos in my life, and make it and put it into something that I can use? Okay. uh Absolutely, the Emperor can be an authority figure. Cocky, emotion available man. It could be, for sure. It has that aspect to it. Um, there's, because there's all kinds of aspects, different personalities to the card. So with the Emperor, it's like, okay, how? Again, another question. Like, how do I work with this chaos? How do I turn this chaos into something that I can use and benefit from? Okay. That's another thing. It's like, okay, I understand, I recognize that there's a lot of shit going on. Okay. But how do I use it? How do I make the most of it? I'm not going to allow this chaos to get the best of me. No, this is my life. This is my life. I'm participating in it. I'm creating it, utilizing it. And so I'm not going to allow chaos to have anything over me. No, I get to choose how I respond. I get to choose how I behave. I get to choose how I participate in life. And so with this Emperor, can I be the Emperor? Go ahead. Take it. Ooh, taking control. Yes, Carol. Thank you for that. Ooh, little kitty. Um, yeah. And so with the Emperor, okay, how can I use this energy? Yes, there's chaos. Yes, life can be, intense and full of wonderful adventures, not so wonderful things. But at the end of the day, this is my life. So, how can I use what I'm being given? What can I do? That is also with the Emperor, because again, was it Zara? Did you say cocky? We have to be very careful, with the Emperor too. We don't want to be too fiery. And so with the Emperor, we want to be able to calm down a little. Yes, assert ourselves, but don't be too aggressive. So we have to learn that balance. So how can I balance that out right now? A little something, something. Okay. Chaos doesn't have to be necessarily external, but personally speaking, internal, which can be even more. Yeah, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be external. No, chaos is chaos. It is everywhere, right? It is the external, it is an internal. And really our external experiences at times is a direct response from our internal stuff. Yeah. What's going on within our thought process, our mentality, our mental health, our physical health, all of it. All of that. Let's pay attention to that. What's going on there? Because when we are out of alignment with ourselves, when our mental health is not the best, when our physical health is not the best, we recognize that the outside world is also reflecting that. The outside world becomes a little more challenging. I know for me, like when my health issues were, not the best, the outside world was just hard. And I witnessed a lot of things. I experienced a lot of things. But when I started to get myself back on track, again, it's life. So we are living this and it's a process and it is never ending. It's fine. We're constantly learning and growing. So, but when I started to get things in check, things started to also get in check in the physical environment as well. Does that make sense? Okay. No, no shame. No, not at all. Ah, I like you. You're hilarious. You're making me laugh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, oh, you're an Aries. Fun. Uh, yes. Oh, fun. I love a good remodel. That's exciting. It's a lot of work, but it's exciting. Sorry, I'm reading the comments, y'all. Um, okay, so that's the Emperor. I think that's really good questions to sort of like to mull over, to process, stuff to ask ourselves. And now let's get into the second card. Okay, this was a card from the stack 3. Hey, look, I can count from stack 3. And this, it's funny to me how they interact though. So let me know your thoughts. Ooh, Aries rising. Oh, sugar. Okay. The King of Wands reversed. The King of Wands reversed. Questions from the King of Wands. So when the King of Wands reversed comes up, what kinds of questions pop into our head? When you think of a king and emperor, kind of a connection there, right? Doppelganger, yeah, I like that. So when you think of a king, what does that represent to you? When you think of wands in my training are associated with fire. Fire connected to emperor Aries, right? So the king of fire, we have fire energy. Fire can be so beautiful, can warm things up. This isn't a reading. This is just like I can't talk. There's so many things going on in here, and it's like it's all trying to come out at once. Let me stop. I'm not doing a reading. It's just 2 cards that we've pulled. That when they come up, what kinds of questions arise? Like when we see this card, what questions do we ask ourselves for growth, right? So wands can be fiery, they can burn really great, and they can be very passionate, they can be very sexual or sensual, motivated. Fire is just a wonderful tool. It can be overwhelming, over consuming. It can take up everything and not leave any space for anything else. It can consume and consume and consume, and you're done. And so fire also, it's reversed. So a reversal I don't teach is a negative, because it's not negative, it's just information, it's just data. And so a reversed card is something that, okay, there's a challenge here, there's a little blip here, there's friction here, there's chaos here, there's something that is that's needing to be unearthed, right? It's almost like it's time to pull off the Band-Aid and let the rest heal. Does that make sense? In a relationship, they always say my king, my queen. Yeah. My Capricorn doesn't call me a queen. He sorry, that's hilarious. I mean, yeah. I'm inaction is sometimes the most powerful option. It's just as important for an emperor to know when to not act. Yes, I like that. And so the King of Wands reverse. So the Emperor, okay, let's go back to the Emperor, is focused. If you look at the card, focused, just present moment, like looking directly at you. The Emperor was like, boom, the question, what in this moment is going on? King of Wands reversed, you can see in the card, the figure is actually moving from the left to the right, and I interpret that as from the past to the future. And so the King of Wands reversed questions, okay, what's going on in my future? What's going on in my future? It's a link to the past. Like, what am I but I always do it weird because I think it goes this shit. I always do it weird because it mirrors, or I think it reverses on camera, so I don't know if I have it right. It looks different for me. How do you see it? Do you see the Emperor first, or do I have to reverse it? It always appears different. Or do I need to do it this way? Is that right? Okay, so this should be. I always get it mixed up. It's like it really is a mind fuck for me when I try to do that. I don't know, and it's so simple. And so, sorry. It's just us having conversation, so it's okay. We can go all over the place. King of Wands is a question like, okay, what am I carrying from my past and bringing it into my present and future? So I feel like with the King of Wands reverse, like I am carrying things that are of a fiery nature that are not necessarily beneficial to me right now. Um, and I don't want to get, I mean, we can get as heavy and deep as we want. That doesn't sound right. But I feel like this can also, for some, this can be a very intense energy where it's like, okay, what if we associate it with like trauma and abuse? What am I carrying from my past relationships, which could be intimate relationships, it could be work relationships, it could be familial relationships, all of it, right? So, what am I carrying from my past that I have not allowed to release or let go or resolve, that has caused me, okay, that has caused me hurt, that has caused me pain, that is consuming my mind. Does that make sense? And so, or my heart, right? My body that's consuming me, everything. Let's just get everything. It's consuming. What am I holding on to and carrying with me and moving forward with it? Does that make sense? Make sense? Okay. And so, yep, upside down one. I like your energy. You're hilarious. Okay, so it's like, what am I carrying with me? The energy got really still, really creepy. It was like really quiet for a moment. So what am I carrying with me? And is that what I want for myself? You know? And maybe now is the time for me to understand my with the Emperor, you know, what do I need to focus on right now? What is it that I need to start asserting? Okay, I have a healing process. You know, I need to heal these certain things within me because I don't want to carry this into my future relationships. I don't want to carry this within my present relationship. But here we are. Here we are. And so we have to ask ourselves, like, okay, this is what I'm bringing to the table because we all have healing to do every day. We all have healing to do, and you never become fully healed. You don't. It's just life. It's a process of unfolding and clearing out and learning to bring in new things and then fucking up again and just, you know, just all of it. It's a process. And so what am I bringing to the table now that is based on past trauma, past hurt, or even just past experiences that are sort of draining my fire, draining my passion, draining my desires? What's draining me? And how do I work through that now? Like, what can I do right now to be able to work through some of these things? Let me ask myself that. Let me meditate on that so I can start coming up with a plan to bring healing to my life. It's a horny king. Could be, yeah. Emotional, psychological. Yes. Sorry, now I'm trying to catch up on. So, what are your thoughts? Yeah, totally. I like your thought process too because you know it shows a different side to the cards as well. Emperor's Ghost. I think someone has a accurate but a more challenging perception of this emperor over here. Uh, they can ghost for sure. Not always. They absolutely can be self-absorbed for sure. Not always. uh, Sometimes your hurdles from the past to make things, yeah, clearing baggage. I like that. The bridge we said we deal with later is at, oh, I like that. The bridge we said we deal with later is at our feet. I like that. So the King of Wands reverse. So we're being given an opportunity. So reversals, I feel like with the reversals, it's like, okay, here is an opportunity for you to grow. Here, we're going to move a little slow. So, hey, you are being given an opportunity to address this. But if you don't, we're going to turn into a major bitch, and you're going to be forced to address it, which is not fun. But when we finally get forced to address something, we can look back and see how many times we've been given an opportunity to actually work through. So I think with another thing about the King of Wands reverse, the question is like, okay, where am I lacking energy in my life? Where am I lacking inspiration, motivation, creativity? Where am I lacking that sort of excitement? What comes up in my head? Like, boom, the first thing in your head, the first thing that pops up. What am I lacking? In my life, like where am I lacking creativity? Where am I lacking excitement? Where am I lacking inspiration or motivation? Okay. So. I hear you. I hear you. Totally. Well, hello, Tracy. Oh my gosh, it's so early for you. Well, good morning. Welcome. That's funny. Yeah. Reversals are opportunity. Yes, I like that. I like it. They are. And I think that every card can be an opportunity for us to grow. Reversals just, they tend to be a little more challenging. And I think at times, not for everyone, not always, but I think that at times, like sometimes the things that are more challenging, you know, we respect our growth more after once we get through it. It's more challenging, it's frustrating, and it's like, why are we dealing with this shit? But then we go through it and we learn a lot about ourselves and the people around us, and then we're just like, oh wow, I'm so appreciative of this. Never deny to repress. Our pain has benefits. It helps shape who we are today, as long as we don't choose to, don't choose to camp out there. Yeah, and pain is absolutely a part of life. I think that we don't need to, just like being negative or all of it. We don't need to deny that from ourselves. We are all bitches and bastards. We all have good, and bad, or whatever you want to judge it as. But we all have toxic beliefs and things that harm, and we have all participated in things like that, as well as things that are beautiful and loving and accepting. And the thing is like, we don't have to fear having like a negative thought process at times. We just have to be mindful that, okay, this is coming up, so let me reroute that process. Let me understand and respect that process. Let me see it for what it is. I'm not trying to shy away from it, but I am going to say when enough is enough, and learn how to retune my thoughts, my actions, and everything I desire into something that is more beneficial to me, because I want to feel good. I want to feel good. Okay? Doesn't mean I'm going to always feel good, but I do want to feel good and enjoy, that energy. And so I have to figure out how to do that. But I also have to, remind myself that it is okay to feel bad. So when I feel bad, but I don't stay there. Sometimes it's easy to pick myself back up. Sometimes it's not so much. Okay, let's see. Trying to catch up, y'all. 222, yay. Okay, I don't know why, but the phrase "stop being the person you were always afraid you'd become" keeps going through my mind. I like that. I like that. I like it. Finding our passion and reassures us, to move forward in our own fiery spirit. Hello, deal with what is creating fiction. Yin and yang, yes. No, I am not a Cancer. How dare you? Who the hell are you? No. Um, what am I? Aquarius Sun, Taurus Moon, and Capricorn Rising. It's always a perfect time to grow, but you need to do it the right way. Yeah, and you need to do it for yourself, and you need to be ready. I'm not doing readings, Claudia. You're more than welcome to message me for a personal reading. I do that as a profession. I have 30-minute slots, an hour slot, and then I have need based pay as well. But yeah, we're just talking about two cards tonight and just questions that come up when we see those cards, questions that we can actually utilize right now in our life. Um, Oh my gosh, yeah, I learned empathy and love because I had none as a child. So I try to be positive and forgive those who don't feel they. Yeah, yeah. Um, ah, I have a love hate with Pisces. Pisces, any placements, like just. But yeah, I have a lot of my best friends. A lot of really good friends I've had were Pisces suns. Yeah, it was fun. Um, so So, okay, questions from the King of Wands, reversed. Where am I lacking that creativity? What is sort of like puttering out? You know, that fire. Is it my sex life? Is it my physical, like my ability to do things physically, exercise, right? Is it my work life? Where do I feel uninspired? And how and why do I feel uninspired there? Maybe I don't feel respected. Maybe I don't feel seen. Maybe I don't feel like I am being heard. So does that make sense? And so when this comes up, we need to ask ourselves, like, okay, what's going on here? What is preventing me from really being excited or being creative or being inspired or motivated to make that change? What's holding me back? And how can I, like, what can I do to fix that? But a part of that issue is addressing what is holding me back. So when we acknowledge it, when we are aware of why we are not feeling motivated, then we can find a plan. We can come up with a plan to take it back. I believe I'm not gonna. Yeah, we'll just do that. Uh, so, okay, what do you think? You know, we have the Emperor and the King of Wands. Okay, so both cards, questions that come up, you know, the Emperor and King of Wands reversed. It's good energy. It's good energy for us to look at, um, where do I need to be more of a leader in my life? How do I put myself first? Not cocky over here, but really, like, how do I take care of myself? Like, how do I put myself first? And what do I need to address that that is in my past that I am taking with me? What do I need to lay to rest? What do I need to lay to rest? What do I need to, and again, another thing is focus on your future. Like, what kind of future do you want for yourself? In your mind's eye, like, focus and paint that picture, and experience the emotions of the things that you want for your life. Okay. um and have fun with it, be creative in the process, like, put those thoughts out there, and think of all of the things that you love and you enjoy, and you want to love and you want to enjoy. And how can I take care of myself right now? How can I put myself first and make sure that I do the healing I need to do, that will set me up for success? So that's really what's coming up, you know? self-care without guilt, and what should I leave behind and heal from? What do I want to be? Who do I want to be? Yes, who do I want to be? You got to lead. It's your it's your life. You are the leader of your life. No one is the lead. No one is in charge of you. I mean, yes, we can debate on the whole world. Well, at work I have a boss, but your life, your decisions, the way you present yourself, the way you interact, the people that you keep company with, the investments that you make, that's yours. That's all yours, right? And so you're the leader. And how does it feel to be the leader of your life, the emperor of your life, the one in charge, the one that is making all the decisions, the one, that is focusing on this present moment? And so with that, it is definitely asking us to really assess what we're going through. And it's time, again, like I said, it is time. How do I lay to rest these things that no longer serve me? What is it that I need to lay to rest so I can be show up for myself and be present with myself and the people I care about? What do I need to lay to rest? And how can I get my energy back? How do I take care of myself? Okay. So, last minute thoughts. If you have any last minute thoughts, let me know. So, breaking culture chains, I like that. I've done a lot of shadow work, not typically my sign, but depending on other houses, I can be pretty grounded these days. Yeah. So, with that being said, seriously? $14.95 a battle? That's actually hilarious. The typo was hilarious because Trojan, sex, battle. Anyways. Well, good. I mean, I'm glad that we're able to have these conversations. I love I love sharing it from this point of view because, we need to ask ourselves these questions. And just when we ask ourselves these questions, then our mind is like, okay, thinking about it. And we might not be ready. My chair is like falling down. We might not be ready right now to address that, but at least the seeds. Now everything's going to sound wrong. Thank you, Zara. Now the seeds are planted, right? Now the seeds are planted. And when we are ready, it'll be activated and we'll be able to process it a little more. Woohoo! Thank you. Well, wonderful. Well, thank you. Yeah. And I will keep doing this. I don't know if I'll do them always as videos. I've posted cards the last 2 days. I like it, and so I think I'll keep with it for a minute. It's giving me a lot of different ideas. Yeah, so thank you for showing up. If you have any other last minute thoughts you'd like to express, feel free. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to say, but I think that's a good place to sort of it's a lot of information, a lot of questions to sort of allow to spin around in our heads. But if you enjoy this page, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this experience, you're more than welcome. There's a link in the description. I can't post any other links because Facebook deletes my shit. But there are several ways you can show support just by engaging and talking. That's fun. I really love being able to have conversations with y'all. It really means the world to me. I have a Patreon, patreon.com/the Deviant Witch. You're more than welcome to check out. I am putting the contest or raffle up on my Patreon in a little while, as in probably next week. I have a lot of stuff I'm doing, a lot of stuff. But yeah, there's so many different ways to show your support. So thank you so much. And Zara, I don't know who you are, but oh my gosh, you are a riot. And you're not wrong. A lot of the stuff that you express is you can totally get that from the card. So I love that you have that sort of personal experience with that energy and you're able to share that so freely. I love that. It's so fun because we can, being able to talk about everything and anything is something that I enjoy because it just makes things not taboo. See my chair. My chair. I need to get a new chair. This damn chair keeps falling down. Or, um, yes. So, all right. Yeah, it's the Pisces energy and the Aquarian energy, maybe. I don't know, other things. Okay. Y'all, it's getting hot in here. I gotta go, but really, thank you so much. And if you have anything that you'd like to talk about next time, always feel free to reach out, to message me. If you want to book a reading with me, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Find me on Facebook, facebook.com/The Deviant Witch. I'm The Deviant Witch on most places, so just find me. And yeah, we'll have fun. Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate y'all, and I will talk to y'all soon, okay? And if you're on my Patreon, I'll talk to you... What day is it? I'll talk to you Sunday if you're on my Patreon. So, yeah. Take care. Be blessed.